Shalom, ye men of Israel, house of David. I'm going to start off by giving all thanks, all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wahawah Kakadash. Yahweh being the true Hebrew name of the Heavenly Father. Not Yahweh, not Yah, but Yahweh, which is Hebrew for he is to be, to exist. Ba'ashem in the name, Yahweh Shai, the only begotten Son of the Most High Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. That name will have to be in the Hebrew, Yahweh Shai, which is Hebrew for he saves, he delivers, he is our salvation. Bahashem in the name, Wahar and the Rakar spirit, Quadash, holy, which is the Holy Spirit. I want to give double honors to the elder apostle of Great Millstone, rule well, teach well, taught me the truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that are pushing the truth in sincerity and in diligence. All right, and a great multitude that will hear the word and believe on the name of Yahweh Shemel Shai and prophecy and true love, which is the law, statutes, and commandments, and faith of Yahweh Shemel Shai. I am the brother Bernard Bonner of GMS Dallas Camp, coming to you again with another lesson, praying that this lesson is edifying. All right. Interesting article here, which reads, Missouri School Board votes to remove Black history classes. All right. I'm not going to read the whole paragraph. The content is good, but don't want to bore everyone by reading all this stuff. All right. It reads from the Huff Point, written by Sebastian Murdoch a couple of days ago. This is a Missouri school board that previously voted to rescind an anti-discrimination resolution has voted in favor of removing elective Black history and literature classes. I'm going to speak on this paragraph. We know for a fact that when you're in the school system, right, as we've all been in the school system from elementary to high school, you learn very little about who you are, but you learn much about who they are, all right? The content is those that control the pen writes the history. So if you lost a war and you're, those are spoils of the war, you have no say-so. You have no power. You have no sovereignty. So your conquerors can write anything that they want to about you, but will they not excel themselves in a literature because they won the war? You see? We'll continue. It says, the 7 Memphis Howard School Board voted 5-2 Thursday night to stop offering Black history and Black literature courses, which have been offered at the district's 3 high schools since 2021, KSDK reported. All 7 members of the board are white. And when we read the news, if you're in the spirit, you'll see that there's always a conflict between so-called Black people, so-called white people. But you have to also ask yourself, who controls the media, the radio stations, what you see, what you eat, what you drink? They are your conquerors. You are the spoils. So they can write whatever they want to write about you. So this message is to you so-called Blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Indians. They wrote into the literature, changed your name many times. Black, Negroes, Black Americans, 1/3 of a man. They can do that because, again, you are the spoils of the war. So when we read these articles such as this, again, the title is Missouri School Board votes to remove Black history classes. They'll basically let you know that they can do whatever they want to do. Now, this is that age where so-called Blacks, Hispanics are being awakened by this truth. They've heard of the so-called Black, I say so-called Black Hebrew Israelites, but we don't refer to ourselves as Black Hebrew Israelites, okay? But we are the Hebrew Israelites. This message is going out throughout the 4 corners of the earth as to the purpose of Yahweh Shemel Shai, because his return is soon. And before his return comes upon this earth or this place, we have to proclaim it, okay? We have to herald it. So those people that are hearing this word, they can't say that I didn't hear of the Lord's return. I've never heard of the Hebrew Israelites and so forth. But when we read articles such as this lets you know that they are aware that you are starting to awaken from this sleep. And sleep can be referred to in a metaphor as sin, because this world and this place, aka America, Babylon the Great, is a lawless but sinful place. Okay? Anything to do with the law, statutes, and commandments, they flip it around and they sin. And they cause the inhabitants of this world to sin. Okay? So as we read this article, you have to understand that by them saying that they're going to remove Black history classes, they don't want you to know who you are. They want you to stay asleep. They want you to stay sinning. All right? Accusing our brother. As you sin in ignorance, there is a consequence, and it's punishable by death. Man. Romans 6:23 says the wages of sin is death. We'll continue. The third paragraph, it says, our students elective, Harry Harris, whose son is student in the district, said during a board meeting, our families really wanted them and our teachers really wanted them. It's important. It's been great. In July, the conservative-led board voted an anti-racism resolution that had been passed in 2020 following the police killing of George Floyd. So Esau always wants to poke you, man. He always wants to pull out your emotions. A lot of these articles that we read is to get you emotionally involved in these type of conversations. The premise being that we should be factual, and the facts can only be found in the scriptures, man. The truth of what's really going on. In Esau's books, you're going to find lies, discrepancies, right? Things that are left out, things that are put in. They do the same to these scriptures, man. As it says in Revelations, right? Paraphrasing, that those that take away from the book or those that add to the book, they shall be punished. So Esau, Edom, knowing the time that he's in, Revelation 12:12, it says, but he has but a short while. He's doing everything within his power to maintain his control as he's losing that control. You see? It says the resolution, which made a pledge to speak formally against any racism, discrimination, and senseless violence against people, regardless of race, ethnicity, nationality, immigration status, religion, sexual orientation, gender identity, or ability, was removed from the school building. So they're using, they're taking down the walls, man. They're breaking down all these walls. Because if you're in tune with the current events, you'll know that they're really pushing this, the Alphabet Gang agenda. Okay? And part of that Alphabet Gang agenda, which stems around, we read here, gender identity, sexual orientation, right? Status, religion, all right? Nationality, ethnicity. They think that they're fighting against racism by taking these books out to schools. For me, I said, the hell with that, because it's not the truth anyway. Again, the only place you can find the truth is in these scriptures, man. It tells you who you are. And there's no end to any people, as it says in Ecclesiastes. All right? Let's go ahead and jump to the scriptures. Again, I didn't want to read too much of this article. We understand the premise, which is, we'll read the title. Missouri School Board votes to remove Black history classes. They're not true anyway. They're not true. Because, again, he that controls the pen can write whatever he wants to write. So we can't read this thing and say, okay, he's being truthful. No, this devil is a liar, man. Let's go ahead and jump into the scriptures, bro. I want to first hold Romans 15:4. And it reads, Romans 15:4. Go down to it. It said, For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures may have hope. So when you read the scriptures, man, it's lamentation, woes, but it's also a hope. It makes me think of the Pandora's box, right? Which is Greek mythology. They said when that box was open, all the filthiness of the world was let loose. The only thing that was at the very bottom of Pandora's box was hope, and it was closed. You see? So these scriptures gives us hope. We can't find hope in our oppressors, man. Esau, Edom is void of wisdom or knowledge or rulership. Because when you consider all the wickedness that's in the world today, it is because of Esau, Edom. And we're to learn, according to these scriptures, what wickedness looks like. And we're experiencing that. Why do we experience that? So through hope, okay, and through salvation of Yahweh Shem Shah, when righteousness is brought to this earth, we will appreciate it, man. We'll worship Yahweh Shem Shah. We will thank him gladly because we've escaped from the wickedness that we live in today, bro. Wickedness is all around you. Now, if you're not a righteous man, you may not see it. But if you are an upright man, meaning that you're cleaving to the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability through the power and experience of Yahweh Shem Shah, you will see these things, man, and you will hope for something better through the patience of the saints, meaning that we have to wait. We can't avenge ourselves. We can't try to change things, all right? Nat Turner and various so-called blacks, right, in ancient times, tried to change things, man. But this is through the power and the will of Yahweh Shem Shah. This is everything that happens in these times according to him. So when we read that article about them removing the black history classes, they were lies anyway. They were lies anyway. The truth can only be found in these scriptures. All right? So let's go ahead and hold Isaiah 10 and 1. We have to understand who we are dealing with in these times, bro. Because this is the rulership of the wicked, sons of the wicked. And he makes various decrees, because this was voted upon by 7 members, right? It says, I believe it says 7 members. The majority voted to cancel these black history courses, classes, okay? And it was due to racism, gender identity, okay, anti-Semitism, all that stuff, man. 10:1 says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decree, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. So they didn't ask the majority of so-called black people if they would like to have these elective classes that teaches black history or not. They voted. They passed it. That lets you know that you're not sovereign, bro. Whatever they say goes. So they write these laws, they write these prescriptions, and you just have to follow. What else can you do? Well, I'll tell you what else you can do. You can pray to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Shah, this world, which is coming, all right? But it's an indication that you are vexed with these unrighteous decrees. You are vexed with what your oppressors are are the children of Yahweh Shem Shah. Not them, you see? But this is their time. This is their heaven. So they can do whatever they want to do. It doesn't mean that Yahweh Shem Shah is sleeping. In due season, he's going to enact his judgment upon this world. Isaiah 10:2 says, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people. The poor of Yahweh Shem's people are the Hebrew Israelites. You so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native Indians. That is your bloodline. Okay? That seed, the righteous seed. It goes on to say that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. We are fatherless at this time, right? But we're establishing that relationship through these scriptures, through the power and the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah, to make that declaration that we are the sons of Yahweh Shem Shah if we do his will. If we do his will. Because you have a portion of Israel, the 2/3, that's not doing the will of Yahweh Shem Shah. They're doing the will of Esau, Edom. Okay? They're oppressors. All right? Let's go ahead and hold Psalms 94 and 20. We're not going to make this too long. I want to keep it short, but to the point. All right? 94 and 20. And it reads, it says, the Lord, 94 and 20, Salakia. It says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by Allah? We have nothing to do with Esau, man. As it said in Genesis, I want to say Genesis 25 and 25. Let's get it. All right. We'll scoot up a little bit. Genesis 25, 23, it says, and the Lord said unto her, who is her? To Rachel, okay? It says, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger, right? But prior to that, it says, and the children struggle together within her, Genesis 25, 22, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? Thus she went to inquire from the Lord, a prophet of Yahweh Shem Shai. So there was a battle that was taking place within her womb. Two manner of people, so-called white people, who are really red. There's no such thing as a white person, bro. No such thing as a black person, all right? We're melanated. We have melanin, which is a blessing. You know that. You melanin people, when you go out into the sun, you absorb the blessings of the sun. You so-called white people, when you go out into the sun, what do you get? Cancer, blisters, okay, pain, basically. And nature teaches us that. So it lets you know that there are two manner of people that were in Rachel's womb. That battle that was in her womb is the same battle that's continuing today, man, spiritually. When you see a lot of these so-called black Hispanics getting killed in the streets, that's a battle, man. It's a spiritual war. Okay? We read in Psalm 94:20, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by Allah. So the so-called white people who are red, okay, they're in rulership at this time. They can make that declaration that they're not gonna teach any black history courses. And like I said, they were lies anyway. Whatever they write, man, they want to make it seem as if they were the heroes. They saved you. So I'm with them not having these so-called black history courses, elective or what. It's lies anyway, bro. All right? This is the devil that we're dealing with. And we have no fellowship with the devil, okay? Because they frame laws and so forth on their behalf, you see? So we're going to go ahead and hold Isaiah 42 and 9. I wrote that down as one of our precepts. 42 and 9. Let's see what it says. Isaiah 4, the former things to come to pass, and new things do I declare before they spring forth. I tell you of them. Prophecies, man. So we're not relying on Esau's books, what he writes, because we know they're unrighteous decrees. They're lies anyway, man. They're going to write these books and laws to benefit themselves, all right? As they said, the founding fathers of the United States, right, they were all so-called white people. And you have to understand the times that they were in when they wrote a lot of the Constitution. They didn't write it for you. And why would they write it for you now? Do they favor you now? It's all a farce, man. And a farce is just a lie, deceit, you see? It says, behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. Prophecies, man. And these prophecies are what keeps us just full of righteousness and unrighteous decrees. You know, letting you know that they're not going to be teaching any of these black history courses, right? These unrighteous decrees, they are for the rulers of this time. But what we're waiting for is this kingdom to fall, Because for this kingdom to fall, another kingdom has to rise. According to scriptures, that kingdom that's going to rise is going to last forever. That's when the true men, as it says in John 24, right? Yahweh, let's get it, man. I don't want to chop it up. John 24, worship in spirit and in truth. The true worshipers. This is Yahweh Shai when he was speaking to the woman at the well. All right. Salakia. My finger. I said 24. Let's type it in again. Salakia. John 24. 24. 22. I think it's 25 or something like that. John. Salakia. Bear with me. Okay. Let me type it in. Spirit and truth. All right. So let's get it. John 4. Salakia. I said 24. I think my mind was thinking John 4 and 24. All right. John 24 and we'll start at 23. It said, but the hour cometh, and now is when the true worshiper shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. It said, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahshua is the spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. And this world is void of the spirit, and they are void of the truth. So whatever they write in these books for you to read, they're going to be all lies, man, at the end of the day. Because that's what this devil does. He's created to lie, okay? He's created to deceive. But he has to do it, like, in a sense that you really don't. The world don't really know Esau, Edom, by that name. They know he's the so-called white man. They just say white man, and white is referred to something that's pure, clean, or righteous. But we know he's not, okay? Let's hold Micah 2 and 1. You have to understand that the wicked will not appear wicked, that the wicked is going to appear to be the opposite. The wicked is going to appear to be good. All right? Micah 2 and 1 said, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of the hand. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua gave that power to Esau, Edom, the basis of men. All right, Daniel 4:17. All right? He is the basis of men. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua gave him that power, Job 9:24. That's why he's doing what he wants, whatever he wants to do. He can do it to you. It was given unto him. All right? Genesis 27 and 40, it tells you that this is the blessing that was given unto Esau when he wept, the dew of the earth. But it was a temporary power. That's what we're experiencing. That's why we're called to have the patience of the saints, because we have to go through our punishment. At the same time, let Esau, Edom enjoy his kingdom before he falls. You see? So I just wanted to get that. Let's get Nahum. We'll end up on that. Again, I don't want to make this too long. Nahum 1 and 2 says, all right, it said the burden of Nineveh, the book of the vision of Nahum, the Elkoshites. Though it says the Elkoshites, we know that the Hebrew Israelites were scattered, diaspora, to all four corners of the world. We were everywhere, and we are everywhere, man. We don't come in the declaration is that we're coming as black people, Hispanic people, or Native Indians. So we come, as far as appearances, we may look like the other nations, man, but in the spirit, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua knows who we are. All right, Nahum 1 and 2 says, God is jealous, and the Lord revenges. The Lord revenges, and is fierce. The Lord will take vengeance on his adversaries, and he reserveth wrath for his enemy. So again, I'm going to say it again. The patience of the saints are to wait on Yahweh Shema Shai to execute that judgment, that revenge for the way this kingdom has treated you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. Treated you as you're nothing, spitting on you, talking about you, making laws against you, killing you through food, water, air, right? Speaking all vile things about you, man. So we have to be patient and pray to Yahweh Shema Shai that he be for us, not for them, to execute that judgment, all right? And it takes a while. We'll go ahead and get that in Ecclesiastes, okay? Let me see, is this 7:8? All right. And it says, Ecclesiastes 7:8, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patience in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. So we're called to be patient and witness the proud in spirit, which is Esau Edom. And Yahweh Shema Shai will smite. He will smite the head of the proud. All right? I'm going to end off on that, man. I'm going to give all thanks, all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostle of Great Millstone, rule, teach word, peace, and salutations to the hopeful elect that are pushing his truth and sincerity and in diligence, and that great multitude that will believe on the name of Yahweh Shema Shai, and prophecy and true love and faith, Yahweh Shema Shai. Kwam Yasharala, Ababa Babylon. Shalom Israel. Rise.